welcome in to another edition of the Audible. I'm Brad Caldwell here. It's a football Friday here in at ASN in the state of Arkansas. I love to say the state of Arkansas. Um, it's my favorite state. I've lived here for a long time, and I love the Arkansas Sports Network, and we hope that you do too. And I apologize for not looking at the camera right now. I'm trying to get a link sent before my phone dies here, and anyway, it's always something, right? It's always something here. Aaron Powers over there pushing buttons for me.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Appreciate Aaron. He does a great job doing what he does, which is just a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wear as many hats as you do, but
I need to
y-
start wearing hats. You see that nothing there, and then you got all that gray over there,
many hats, man.
right? I felt like I wanted to do a play on that, like just start wearing a bunch of hats. I mean, if I'm going to be the many hats man, I just
hmm
where maybe I should do that.
Do a one-man show.
Oh no. I'm really not a one man show type of guy, honestly. This phone's not gonna last. Somehow, I don't know if that cord may be it. That might be it. Hopefully it
Could
is.
be anything. No one.
Right. You're gonna charge it for me?
I was gonna see what I could do for you.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Anyway, we're gonna talk quarterbacks today. We're excited to be here. And again, it's getting to be football season. We had our kickoff event last week at Check H. Unfortunately, for those folks over there, since then, it's been insane just to think about the fact that that place burnt to the ground. Was it Tuesday night? Is that right? Tuesday
Um,
night? I believe it was.
yes, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Tuesday night, the folks there at Check H, which it used formerly Western Sizzling, I think that building had been there for close to 50 years. And it just, while people were in the business, they caught on fire and they were able to get everybody out. Thank God nobody was hurt. But our hearts go out to those folks there at Check H because, man, lots of lost livelihood there at Check H Buffet and Grill there. And so, man, we're definitely praying for you guys on our page on Facebook. You can go find it's just right, just screen or scroll down just a little bit, and you can see there's a fundraiser there for the folks there at Check H employees that's their livelihood. And if you've known people over there at Check H, they work there forever. I mean, from the switch over from Western Sizzling, you've had the same staff there. I mean, obviously you have some come and go, but I mean, many of the same people working there for years and years and years. So it was obviously a great place to work, and we are truly sorry to those folks for what they're going through over there at Check H. So again, it's just odd because we were there last Friday.
We did a stream.
We did a live stream there.
Should go watch the live stream.
We've got the live stream. We've also I've cut up a few of the interviews there and posted those on the page. So, and I will continue to do that. We've got a football event coming up on July the 10th at Jacksonville, and we're already starting to fill that one up right now. You guys, if you want to be a sponsor, get your team on there. Listen, this is a 30-minute block, Aaron, a 30
Okay.
minute block. We're not like shooting you through like cattle. We're not pushing them through there. We're allowing people to come and say what they can say and really get some info about their team and how they're feeling about their team, which right now everybody feels good about their team. That's the fun part about doing this is that when you go in, there's a lot of good stuff that comes out of it. A lot of information. You can hear it from the coach's mouth himself. And so anyway, we want to make sure that you watch that.
We even get the players on too.
Yes, we usually get at least four, sometimes more.
Yeah.
I told the coaches four every time, and then they bring
How many did Danville have?
six.
Six?
Yeah,
Yeah, and they were
six.
all cutting up, laughing at each
It was
other,
fun,
and
man.
yeah, it was great.
That
I
was a
mean, I
fun
enjoyed it.
group. That was a fun group there. We are brought to you by today, of course, D3 Auto Sales and Arkansas Tech University right now are carryover sponsors, Tyson Foods as well. I forgot about that one to tell you. Tyson
Tyson
Foods, they're
Foods.
back with us once again, and we appreciate those guys for being with us. And then we have Toad Thumper Lures,
Lures. Yes.
Lures, right?
Mm-hmm.
My Arkansas has a little bit of hard time saying that. Appreciate Toad Thumper Lures for being that Warp Stream as well. And we want to tell you a little bit about Warp Stream. Take control of your recruiting profile with WarpStream. Create your own athlete page, showcase your highlights, stats, and achievements, and build pro quality highlight reels with music right from your phone. One profile, one link, your story. Get started today with WarpStream. The link is in the description of this video. So make sure you get down there and go ahead and play that commercial if you can.
We'll get right to it.
All right. Built for big moments. Warp Stream. If you're wanting to control the information that you put out to coaches for your kids, check out Warp Stream again. The link is in the description there, so make sure that you're checking that out. So I think we got all the preliminaries out of the way. Appreciate you being a part of what we're doing here at ASN. And we are going to talk quarterbacks today. You really can't win anything without a really good quarterback. And there's some really good guys that have gone, but there's some guys that are coming back, and we're looking forward to talking a little bit about those guys today here. And I mean, I put out a post, and I mean, I got just hammered with responses on quarterbacks and who wants to talk about their quarterbacks. And we've got state championship guys that are coming back. Jubal Parks is one from Mansfield, sophomore signal caller that led his team as a sophomore, as I said, to the state championship game. That was, I don't know if it was surprising. I guess a little bit. Mansfield has had a really successful run over the last 3 years. You've had two semifinal appearances and then a state championship, which I called, by the way. I called it. That was one thing, I would kept hearing from Mansfield people that you hate Mansfield, right? Or whatever. We hate everybody. But when we got to the playoffs, I've got it. We've got the video. We probably should have clipped that. But Mansfield, we called their state championship. Or I did. I called them. I picked them at the playoff time. Now, at the first of the season, I feel like that Fordyce was our pick. Fordyce ended up in the finals. So that's not a bad pick, especially when you talk about, somewhere like 17, 18 weeks out. We picked Fordyce. Man, I'd have to go back and look now. It's been so long. But Mansfield was on the radar. We probably did rank them a little low. I think some of it had to do with quarterbacks, the fact that you're starting a sophomore quarterback, but Jubal Parks came in and really did a great job leading his team there to the state championship, and we're looking for big things out of Mansfield again this year. Kane Price, I think, is a guy that a lot of people consider maybe the best quarterback coming back in the state. A guy that threw for over 4,000 yards, rushed for over 1,000 yards. He recently committed to Texas State. The only guy I think in the state right now at quarterback that has got a Division I commitment. Now I could be wrong about that, and in the comments you can let us know that. In fact, what I need to do, I need to make sure that I'm pulling up, making sure that we get the comments. Make sure you are commenting below and just letting us know what you think, and who we should be talking about. Make sure that we don't overlook. We love under the radar stories here at the Arkansas Sports Network. So make sure that you're telling us about your quarterback or who we should be looking for in at quarterback. Baylor Houck is a guy from Carlisle that was our D3 Auto Sales Player of the Week. I believe it was the Desert game that he threw for over 400, rushed for 100. That Carlisle offense. I'm interested to see what Carlisle does with their offense this year, considering new coach. Will he bring in a new philosophy? But Baylor Houck was a kid that really did a great job there and was one of our D3 Auto Sales Players of the Week. And he got his team into the second round of the playoffs. The question for Carlisle is when are they going to break through? Made the state championship game a couple years back, played a juggernaut in Hazen, and man, Luke Price and Hazen, or I'm not Luke King, I'm sorry, and Hazen, Luke Price, Dover guy, and Hazen, big time player over there, and he was one of the best quarterbacks in 2A that we've seen come through 2A, maybe the best we've seen in a long time. Matthew Krentz, speaking of Dover, a lot of people are talking to him, about him, 6'3", and they're talking about how fast he is. Dover over there in the 4A, um, they're looking to change the culture over there with Coach Josh Jones. I think he's going to do a good job over there. I mean, he's never not done a good job, so I would expect that he's going to do a good job. 14 years at Lamar, he comes over to Dover. If you're familiar with that situation, the two school districts butt up against each other. You can go out. What's that little community out there where it's right on the Johnson County line? Lee's Chapel, is that right? Lee's, is it? There's a church out there called Lee's Chapel.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
So yeah, so out there around Lee's Chapel Assembly of God Church, that's where the two school districts butt up against each other. So it's a very close in proximity deal where Coach Jones moved over from Dover or from Lamar to Dover. And I think he's got some guys over there that can help him out. Matthew Krentz being one of those guys. Trey Allen of Southside is a dual threat guy. Feels like Trey's been there for a while. It was 2 years ago when we went over to Southside and did the game with Highland. That was a conference championship battle. Southside was able to pull away there at the end of the game. And Trey Allen was a starter then. He's still there. And we know Coach Kenny Simpson there does a great job with his kids. And we expect that Trey Allen is going to be a force there. What's going to happen with Southside and Gosnell and Highland? Uh, those those schools right there battling it out for that top spot. Gosnell just out of nowhere last year battled it out, got all the way into the second round of the playoffs, won that conference there. Um, Really a surprise. Chris Smith over there, he did a phenomenal job coming over from Tennessee. He's a Blytheville guy, but came in over at Gosnell, which I mean, Gosnell and Blytheville, they're basically right there beside each other, and did a fantastic job of getting that Gosnell team, just bringing them out of nowhere. And we've got a comment here on the Gosnell quarterback, and I'm trying to find his name as I go down the list here. Anyway, we'll get to him in just a second. But that conference there between Highland and Gosnell, Southside, that's going to be an interesting look there. See what happens there as we move on. Man, I'm trying to find this name here.
Where are you seeing that comment?
Oh, I'm looking in the Facebook post that we put out there. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and I
I was
just
like,
run
I'm
across it.
not seeing it.
It right. You're like, where's that
You
at?
can comment in the live chat down
That's
below.
it,
Go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button.
man. Where is it? I mean, it's here. I just got to keep scrolling. I don't want to lose people here with it. We'll get to that in just a second, I guess. A lot of Kane Price in here. We've got plenty of people. Cooper Buss is a guy that at Fountain Lake that man, that kid, that Fountain Lake offense, we got a chance to see that Fountain Lake offense last year at Clinton, and Clinton was able to pull away toward the end of the game, but that was a back and forth game there for quite a while with Clinton. Great atmosphere over there at Clinton that night. Clinton had a heck of a football team. Went down to Arkadelphia and lost on one like a last second play. 24 seniors for that school. Um, but Fountain Lake really they gave them a game, and I think this offense here for Fountain Lake, you're probably going to look. It's going to be one of the top offenses in the state. Desmond Prater of Prescott, he's just a sophomore, led his team to the state champion or state playoffs, I should say. I apologize for that. Led them to the state playoffs second round this last year. The brother, I believe, of Dakari Prater, who ended up at Tulsa, signing from Prescott there. Phenomenal athlete at quarterback. And the Jeans don't, they run pretty deep there at Prescott. And I think that Prescott's going to have a bounce back season this year. Cole Creighton, Shiloh Christian, is another one to look out for. Of course, anytime you got a quarterback at Shiloh Christian, you know they're going to put up numbers. He threw for over 4,000 yards last year, a 70% completion rate, and winning the 6A state championship. And they really put it on Greenwood last year in that state championship, which Greenwood does not lose state championship games, by the way. Their record in state championship games is phenomenal. I can't remember exactly what it is. I believe it's somewhere around like 12-4, something like that. They have been incredible there in the state championship game um, over the years. So anyway, you want to talk about a quarterback? What's going on with quarterbacks in your area? Make sure you're commenting here. I mean, so many names that people were giving us, and again, how can you win a state championship without a big time quarterback? What do you think, Aaron? Can you win a state championship without a big time quarterback?
No, because you'd have 10 people on the field and you'd have a significant disadvantage. I mean, if the other team's got a quarterback and they're just throwing, I mean, he's a
Well,
star player at that point.
I'll tell you what, my uncle, we watched football, especially when I was younger, and he would always say, of course, we were all Razorback. You know, Razorbacks going to be great this year, and he'd
Hmm.
look at us and say, "Boys, they don't have a quarterback." Now, sometimes he's a little harsh on the quarterbacks. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he didn't think Clint Sterner was very good at quarterback. There, he couldn't let go of the Sternover there in 1998, so he didn't think that he was all that good. But he was right about one thing, and that is the fact that you got to have a quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, Warren always has pretty good quarterback. I believe Jackson Denton is probably the leading returning passer in the state. Um, I think he threw for 4,700 yards last year, something like that. Great stable of receivers over there. They're always good receivers over there um, at at Warren. What you got? Oh, you're pulling them up for me over here. Oh, you found it. Thank you.
If
Milan,
that's the one, there's
that,
four of them, but
yeah. Milan Booker. Let's see here. Junior to be will be filling in for Jai Jacobs Ford, a dangerous weapon at receiver, running back, and wildcat. Hmm.
I'm
Maybe
not
that
sure if there's several comments, but that's just one of them.
right. Now is that the one for Gosnell, or is that? Are you saying there's several comments for Gosnell, or is that just
Yes.
the one?
No, there's
Is it,
several.
what was it?
There's this one,
Yeah.
but it's kind of a mishmash of things.
Uh-huh.
We got David Rollins over on YouTube says Atkins got a battle going. Thank you for being a member, by the way. It's one of our
Yeah, David,
premium
it's a great
members.
dude. Tell us a little bit about the battle, David. We'd love to know about it. I know we talked to those guys over there. Um, that's not one that I talked to, so I'm kind of running a little bit on the lack of memory on that one. Let's see here. Yeah, there's another one there. Marco, M Town Woods, Jamar Allen. Yeah. Is there any other ones? I saw one there. So apparently Gosnell's got
Uh,
a
this
battle.
is all I've seen as
Jamar Allen.
far as Gosnell comments. Um, if you know, go ahead and drop it down in the comment who we're trying to find from, what is it, the Gosnell quarterback?
Yeah.
if you know who that is.
Wyatt Foreman at Bauxite. He was a kid that came in as a freshman last year and did a great job as a freshman. And, anytime that you have success as a freshman, especially on the 4A, well, really in any level, I mean, when you're having success as a freshman, that means you're probably going to have success as you continue to go on down the road. So Wyatt Foreman is a guy that's going to be one to watch as we go on. Jacob Miles was our newcomer of the year at Searcy this year. I got a chance to meet Jacob. Jacob's an interesting kid, man. He is your typical high school football playing boy at this age. He is something, 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 something. Reese Simpson of Robinson High School. Um, he's an undefeated state champion. So yeah, that's big. He's a nephew of former Razorback World Series champion Drew Smiley. Best kept secret in Arkansas. I remember Drew Smiley. Drew Smiley almost threw a no hitter in the NCAA tournament way back when, and pitched in the major leagues for several years. May still be, I don't know for sure. I think I saw a comment there as you were pulling that screen up. That was the live screen. When you showed me the live screen, there was one about Newport, I believe. It's
Yeah, it was from Linda Pearl Sampson over on Facebook. She says, "Go Newport Greyhounds and Luke Sampson."
Yeah, so he was in that mix as well, as far as just being a guy to watch out for. Newport has had some good success over the last couple years. Interesting to see what's going on over there. We'd love to see them at Jacksonville at our football event there. That's not too far down the road from Newport, just a quick trip down. I believe, is it I-57 now? I believe it is. It used to be 67, 167, but they've renamed that now. It's I-57 that goes up there, up into northeast Arkansas, and I assume eventually will connect to I-55 somewhere in that Boot Hill of Missouri range there. Bryson French of Ashdown can score every time he touches the ball. Wide receiver, running back, and returner. And does that mean he's going to play quarterback? I hope it is, because that's what we're talking about today. Uh, we got we got people. Sam Callahan of Russellville High School, running back. That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about.
That's not what I got pulled up.
That's what I'm seeing. This is returners. I think that's what you got pulled up there. Is returners.
No, this is the post on the
Specials.
Under the Radar.
Yes, yes, yes. We're talking about quarterbacks,
But
though.
this says QB type Braxton Keister, sophomore for Mineral Springs, 6'3",
Yeah,
180.
yeah. 6'3", obviously good size for a high school quarterback there. Uh, what what is
That would be your phone and someone calling you.
okay? Is it somebody that I need to know about?
Possibly.
Oh yes. Let me take a quick break. I'll call you or I'll be right back.
He'll call you right back.
Yeah.
We'll be right back on the Arkansas Sports Network's coverage of the Audible.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
If you get a chance to look at that warp stream link, we have fixed that warp stream link now, and I do apologize. Summertime, and my daughter's at home right now, and she was wanting to tell me that she's hungry,
Mm,
and
I am too.
she
Are
was
you gonna feed me?
she was she was going to let that phone buzz until somebody picked up on the other end. So,
No doubt it. We get Kenny Forrest in the Facebook chat here. Says Cash Forrest across the Eagles will be one to watch this year.
well, that's good. Number one, or CrossFit has not been a factor in quite a while. I had a really good team. I know we were live streaming Pottsville when Pottsville sent a team down to CrossFit. CrossFit hammered them pretty good. Seems like since that time it's been a little bit rough down there at CrossFit, but it's good to hear Cash Forrest will be on the lookout for him for sure. And you already said Luke Sampson. Is there any other comments? And
Yeah, I got
yeah,
David Rawlings back over on YouTube. Says personally think Kaufman has a better long ball, but the game is too fast, I think, for him right now. Lindboom is really good too and has better accuracy right now, but no long ball.
so he's talking about, I believe Kaufman was their junior high quarterback last year and moving back up into the senior high, and he's probably correct about that. Um, I mean, it's not always that way. I think you see kids that are younger and younger having more success than you used to. I think that part of that is private lessons and coaching and just being able to understand the game a little bit more. Believe it or not, I think playing Madden and college football has really made that possible, being able to read defenses. And I know it sounds nuts, but it really is true that you can learn to read defenses and different things like that. Galen Honea, and we were getting here, Galen. Josh Honea of Paris. I think he was in the mix for our D3 Auto Sales Player of the Week last year, and he was a really good quarterback over there at Paris. Helped them. How about Dylan Dean of Lone Oak? Says Joshua Dean, talking about the Lone Oak Jackrabbits over there. So, yeah, we definitely want you to continue to chime in on those type of guys. We need to know about them. We need to know who we need to be looking for. Noah Bowling of Prairie Grove High School. One of the things about Noah is that Noah's going to get to throw the ball a little bit more for Prairie Grove this year with Coach Nick Brill coming in. They're moving away from that wing tee attack that they've run for so many years there at Prairie Grove. They're going to start spreading it out a little bit. You know, it's an interesting dynamic these days with the offenses, and I can't remember. It might have been Frank Broyles. It was somebody associated with the Razorback program that said that basically there's more forgiveness for coaches who throw the football than those who run it, and that run it all the time. Um, the thing about running it is if you're winning, people are excited, and there's something about having a running offense and an attack where you can be physical and you can just bowl over your opponents. That is becoming harder and harder to do throughout the years. Kids are getting bigger, they're getting stronger, they're getting faster, and it's hard to just run over your opponent like it used to be. Keep people in the box. Now I say that, and because the wing tee, dead tee, split veer, all that type of offense is not as common as it used to be. It is probably a little bit harder to prepare for than it used to be. But still, people want to see that ball in the air. Desarks, Hudson Goodman. Yes, Hudson he's a load at quarterback there for the Eagles. Looks like a fullback. He's going to be a load to handle. Desark has always been pretty successful over there, and will continue to be. I assume that they'll probably be in our top 10 as we start bringing that out. And but Hudson is a really good quarterback over there. I can't remember if he is a junior or a senior this year. We've seen him quite a bit throughout. Easton Barksdale of Sheridan. One thing that you know about Sheridan and Kevin Kelly offenses is you're going to put up points and you're going to put up yardage. Last year, it wasn't the offense that caused them issue, and they've got some guys over there on the offensive side of the ball. Bradley Sturdivant is committed to Arkansas. Zay Stevens is committed to North Carolina, and you've got Easton now. Has got weapons over there. The question is not offense; it's defense. They gave up 83 times last year. 87 to Benton, and I think that might have been was that the playoffs that they did that. It was right around the end of the season there. Uh, Shalissa Jones says Dalton Jones of Hazen is one to watch. Like I said before, Luke King was a kid that probably one of the best quarterbacks in the 2A era that we're in right now that we've seen in quite a while. Dalton Jones comes in, Coach Toddy coming over there, trying to get things going again. I really like Coach Basankin. I do. I like him. Of course, I think sometimes it's just time for a change. I think Coach Josh Jones, he touched on that a little bit about that sometimes you're just at a place where it's just time for a change. And maybe that was what it was going on over there with Basankin and Hazen. Um, Kyler Selby at Bryant High, Reese Simpson, best QBs. Um, well, that 5A is going to be interesting this year. You got Greenwood dropping down. You got Robinson going up. You got to think that those guys are. Well, Robinson was 5A last year, I think, weren't they? They're moving up and everything else, I believe. But Robinson, defending 5A champions. Um, Greenwood played in the 6A state championship game, and that's going to be an interesting battle there at the top. That 5A is going to be tough this year. In fact, I'd say 5A might be tougher than 6A. KJ Gilchrist of Bryant, another name to mention. He's a 2028 quarterback. Think
Yeah,
right
they are going.
there. I think there's one truck that comes through town that does that about 3 or 4 times a
Not
day.
sure if you can hear it on the
Right.
live or anything, but there is a guy. He's just ripping and roaring through the main strip there.
Yeah. Um, do you have your? Is this the quarterback? No, or is this under the radar? Jacob Miles is one.
Yeah, this is the under the radar.
Okay. We've got. You're pulling up the QBs as you can find them there.
Is there a QB post? And I
Yeah,
just missed
yeah,
it? Oh, okay.
yeah. You just got to keep going. Abe Cooper of Melbourne. Um, we had Abe last year. Abe did a good job at quarterback last year for Melbourne. They were a little bit overmatched when we watched them against Salem, but Abe did a good job at quarterback there. Ryder Cook is another one there at Conway. Um, trying to think here. Ryder get hurt last year? It's been a while. Um, but Ryder coming back for the Conway Wampus Cats this year. The question for Conway is when they're going to break through. I'm wondering when they're going to finally break through there. You pulled up one if you're looking for QB. QB hurries, not QB. That's not the QB position. That's all right. You're just looking for QB. That's all right. I got it. It's good. Eli Moody of Parkview. Now, Eli was at Mills and had a great year his freshman year at Mills. Led his team to the semifinals in 4A. Elkins went down there and beat him that year. Didn't hear much from him last year. Well, Eli Moody has moved over to Parkview now, so look out for Parkview. Parkview's another one in that 5A mix there. It's going to be something to watch. Jacob Shaw He's a junior high quarterback. We're on top of him though. We know about Jacob. He does a good job of putting out his highlights. He's a rangy kid for a young man as he is. Jacob Smith at Cutter Morningstar. He's a returning starter, threw for 2,200 yards last year, which on the 2A level, 3A level, that's a really good year there. Hearing a lot about the Powell brothers there at Mark Tree. We're hearing good things about them. DJ Jefferson at Nashville. Nashville produces all kinds of quarterbacks. Ashley Lemieux of Alma, she chimed in, the 2028 quarterback Jay Lemieux, which would make him a junior, which makes me feel very old. Um,
Y-
Alma Airedale's trying to bounce back and get back up into that mix that everybody's talking about. Looking over here at our comments, I don't see any new comments over there on Facebook.
You talked about putting out a highlight reel. You can do that with WarpStream.
That's
Make it a
right.
lot easier for you. We got that affiliate link down in the description. Go ahead, click that and sign up, and that gets you a discount
Yeah.
for the next 3 months, for the first 3 months actually of your subscription there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check out Warp Stream. Toad Thumper Lures. Again, thank you. D3 Auto Sales, Arkansas Tech University, Tyson Foods, all making this happen here. And, if you're interested, somebody that might be interested in sponsoring. I mean, we put out, I mean, if you're just wanting bang for your buck when it comes to advertising, you know that your message is getting seen by people inside the state of Arkansas. I don't know that there's any better than where we're at right now. Looked at our Facebook page I don't know, it's been probably last month, maybe a little bit before. 84 million views on our Facebook pages.
That
84
is a lot.
million views on our Facebook pages. And when this thing gets rolling again, like this show right here, we got 11 live viewers on Facebook. I don't know what we have on YouTube right now, but when this show gets going, so, I mean, sometimes we're over 300 live viewers going during the football
Well,
season.
this is live. I mean, the rewatches on this will be,
Will be high, very
I
high for
mean,
sure.
uh, just in the first day or so, you'll get over 1,000.
Oh, 100%, no doubt about it.
Like, I mean, people are doing what right now? They're working,
Right, working,
maybe
eating.
they're on lunch, eating.
And when people know that we're out here at lunchtime, they'll watch us too. So, and of course, a lot of times you probably get that school lunchtime watch. I know one
Hmm.
time they were watching us in the computer lab at Mountainburg. They were watching us there, so that was pretty cool.
And not just on stuff like this, but like when we go do our games of the week, we get the replay of people that went to the game because I've talked to them, and my mom's one of them too, and I got a couple of friends that they're like, I wasn't there at the game and I didn't watch it when you were live, but I went back and rewatched it because I like you guys talking. I like what you have to say about the players. I like watching, students and athletes in the state of Arkansas, that sort of thing. Or they were at the game and they're like, I want to see it again. I want to see what y'all
Right,
had to say about it,
right,
and I want to kind of go back and rewatch and see what I missed.
right.
Because you're sitting there with your family, you're talking to them, you're going to the concession stand, you're up using the restroom. What did you miss while you were away? And you can go back and rewatch it and you can slow it down and you can rewind, you know.
Absolutely.
It puts the replayability in your hands.
Over 500,000 views last year on our live stream videos. So make sure that if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you message us here and let us know. Um, Austin Bourne is a kid at Elkins. Um, he came in that state championship game. Really actually came in during the playoff run and really did a good job there. I'm trying to think of the kid that was injured. Did we just lose our stream? It looks like it was spinning.
No, I think we're
Okay,
still
we're still
up,
good.
so
Anyway, he came in. Gosh, man, I'm trying to think the kid's name he came in for. One thing about Elkins is they're going to have quarterback play there while Zach Watson is there. Um, I talked to their athletic director just the other day, and I said, we were talking a little bit about basketball, which we do have a basketball announcement that we need to make here on Sunday. But we were also talking about football as well. And we were talking. I said, I tell everybody I know that Zach Watson is probably one of the top 4 or 5 coaches in 4A. And I said, you might not want me to tell that because he said, we get calls all the time. And he mentioned some schools that had called about him this last year. But Elkins right now, every single year, they're in the mix for a state championship. I mean, last year, in my opinion, last year was the third best team that they had had 3 years. The team that lost in the semifinals with the Dean boy at quarterback, to me, was the best team they had. And they lost to Harding Academy in the semifinals, which we were at that game. We did that game there, and it was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal football game. Fun stuff there. Um, then the next year they moved on into the state finals where they played Arkadelphia, and it was 7-7 going into the fourth quarter, and Arkadelphia ran away with it. Ended up winning 28-7 there. And then last year felt like that was their third best team in 3 years, but they were able to break through, and they're the defending state champions. Interesting game, by the way, coming up in the in the regular or in the non-conference season. Mansfield, who has scheduled one heck of a schedule. Mansfield is playing Elkins, defending 3A champions versus defending 4A champions. They're playing each other at Mansfield. And then Mansfield's also playing Dardanelle. So Mansfield's playing the top 2 teams that were in 4A last year, and they're playing, well, and they're Elkins is playing Mansfield. So that's a heck of a matchup there. And that's another thing. We're looking for games to live stream. I actually don't have any games set yet. There's one right now that I'm looking at pretty hard. There's another one that I'm looking at possibly for week 0, but I've got an open schedule. We'd love to go to places we haven't been yet. We've been to a lot of places, but if you've got the opportunity, we did the Road to the Red Plate last year. We showcased a restaurant that wanted to be able to show that at halftime of the games. It was a great time.
I mean, we showcased several, but we showcased one a week.
Yes.
We went, we ate, we talked about the restaurant, we talked about the town, and
Yep.
who the people from the restaurant think are gonna win, and
Yep.
we'll get some more of that hopefully this year.
Yep.
But I mean, we definitely like to come to your town and check it out.
Absolutely. There's so many quarterbacks. Caden Thomas of Hamburg is one that's being mentioned right now, and he is going to be um, the focal point of that offense. Caden is another guy that's been there now. This is his third season there at quarterback, and he's going to have all eyes on him. Um, with this offense this year. Um, it's Hamburg's still going to be pretty good, I think. When they're really playing well down there right now in the 4A8. We were down there for the Stuttgart game in the 4A8 for the championship, and Kane Price and Caden Thomas really battled it out there, but Stuttgart was able to pull that one out, and I would think Stuttgart's probably your favorite in the 4A8 this year, and maybe one of the top 4A team. Well, they are. They're definitely one of the top 4A teams in the state. Um,
Definitely my favorite.
your favorite?
Yeah.
I mean, with Nykel Lewis leaving, and he was the state's all-time touchdown leader for a single season, you got to think that Caden Thomas is going to be able to step up and really put up a big year this year offensively. You're showing me things. What were you
Well,
trying to show me there?
I'm trying to pull up some more comments for you, so maybe
I
you have
gotcha.
something to look at.
Kate Cap of Ozark. I don't know that we've mentioned him. Ozark, probably the favorite, the 4A4 this year. You would think. Them or Boonville. Um, Boonville and Ozark probably going to be battling that one out there to for the conference there. Pottsville's going to try to get up there, have something to say. Trying to think who else in that 4A4. I think Boonville and Ozark are probably the two teams that are probably above the rest right now. We mentioned Jackson Denton, Tice Fletcher of Cabot. One that we haven't mentioned yet that's not on that screen there is Gage Hood of Glen Rose. Gage Hood is a kid that really plays phenomenal. I mean, he's a really good quarterback there. This is senior season. Um, they run a pretty pass heavy offense there at Glen Rose. I know you're probably used to it being more run heavy. They were more of a hurry up team last year. Coach Weatherford there, I'm not sure what he's going to implement as his own offense, but I'm interested to see what happens there with them. I assume that you're going to see a lot of the similar things that they've done throughout the years. But Coach Weatherford's been there for a long time, waiting on his opportunity. And speaking of a guy that's down in that area right now, Caden Birch of Bismarck. We actually were at Caden's first start, which was against Glen Rose at Bismarck. That's a fun game, by the way, to be at if you get a chance to go out there and watch that one. If your team's not playing, especially, make sure that you get out, go watch some games. Around the state. That would be one to go watch. I would assume they're playing this year. Let me go check that. But every year it seems like they play whether they are conference foes or not. But Birch was a guy that we saw as he was a sophomore making his first start, and man, he had a phenomenal game against Glen Rose and helped his team uh, win that game big. That game or that rivalry has turned around over the last few years. Glen Rose has dominated the series over the years, but Bismarck, of course, they've been ultra successful over the last few years, making it to the quarterfinals last year, making it to the state finals the year before, which I think they had done one other time in their school's history. And not a lot of success down there at Bismarck until as of recent, and they're playing great, great football down there. Speaking of stretching yourself in the schedule, Bismarck is going to Mina for a scrimmage. Then they're going to Nashville. Then they're going to host Harmony Grove on September the 4th. And then they're traveling to Glen Rose. That's their non-conference matchups. They're really really getting out there. Aaron's pulling some stuff up for me here. Got Kendrick Patterson at Forest City. Caden Manuel of Magnolia plays all positions. Ashton McDaniel. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Coleman does over there at Wynn this year. I know they're throwing the football right now at Wynn. They're not used to doing that. They have been for years and years and years. They have been a run heavy offense, and I know that in the 7-on-7s they're trying to get that culture changed a little bit, and Coach Coleman's coming over there with a new offense. So that's something to watch out for there at Wynn. Trey Allen, Brian McSpadden says, Trey, we've talked about Trey up earlier in this one. Trey's an incredible quarterback. I mean, we can spend a long time, and I can guarantee you I haven't been able to mention them all here for um, the year. And there's going to be somebody that's going to pop up that we haven't been able to mention and may not mention. That's what's fun about it. But we know for a fact that these quarterbacks are going to have a major effect on what happens throughout the season, and we're expecting them to do that. Amy Renee Matthews, Gage Hood from Glen Rose is a big time senior quarterback. Yeah, Amy, we actually just got done talking about Gage along with Birch there at Bismarck. That's going to be a fun game again over there at Glen Rose this year. Um, very impressed with Hood. Looking forward to seeing what he does this year. I know he's been in the mix for our D3 Auto Sales MVP of the week. If he hasn't even won it, he might have won it at one point. Do you remember? I know that's not your expertise there, right?
What do I remember? What?
If Gage Hood has won the D3 Auto Sales MVP of the week. I feel like
Well,
he has.
cause I mean, I would have been the one to make the graphic paper,
Right,
right?
right.
So, I do not remember that name. It's not ringing a bell. You
I
said
feel
for
like,
football?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like he might have at one point, but I know he's been in the mix. I
Hmm.
I can't even tell you how many times he's been in the mix. Um, that
We've had several that are in the
Amy says
mix for
she thinks
sure.
he did win it once. So anyway, yeah, I think so. I think he was in. He's been in the mix. He's one of those kids that throws and runs and puts up big numbers. So it's hard to ignore that. But coming back as a senior, um, you just expect when you get a senior quarterback, you just expect that guy to make a jump. I think part of the reason is, well, number one, it's experience, but then number two, I think it's just about a little bit of want to, knowing that it's your last go around there at your high school, and I'm sure that he's hoping to get some offers, and it does look like he does have an official offer. I'm looking at his ex. Well, I'm not because he hasn't posted in a while.
And what's his name?
Gage Hood.
Got nothing on my end. I'm seeing a lot of our old stuff.
Yeah,
Kane Archer, Maddox Berry, Creed Vega, Ben Woodfield, come out to Washington. Some of our old players of the year, players
yeah.
of the week, Owen Miller,
He has two offers,
Davian
Hendricks and
Bell.
McPherson College of Kansas. So there you go. Well, I've talked about all of them that I know about, and there's plenty more to talk about. I didn't even hardly talk about 7A. I feel like somebody mentioned the Rodgers quarterback, which Rodgers' offense is just silly how good it is. Coach Harbison there is like offense guru. Cadillac Ellison, did we mention Cadillac Ellison? I mean,
No,
come on.
how do you not?
Exactly. How
What's
do you
wrong with you?
exactly? So the Cadillac, um, he uh, he lost about 50 pounds last year
That's
um,
crazy.
before he played one snap. And if you watch him throw the football, he's got some kind of snap on that football. It goes. He's got a good arm. I'm interested to see what happens with him. He's a unique guy at quarterback there, as big as he is. Fordyce is they're kind of an in between offense. They run a little spread, they run a little run. And when Coach Rogers gets tired of playing with people, that's really what happens. They sit down and they go back to the wing tee and they just start running over folks. And
And
that's
he's not a small dude either. I remember
yeah,
looking up from my laptop and like
he's
craning
large.
my neck, like,
Yeah,
and I stood up and shook his hand, and his hand like dwarfed
he's
mine.
huge.
It just, I mean, he's a he's a big dude. I mean, I'm what, 6 foot 210 something, and he dwarfs me easily. Like, and he's in high school still? That's crazy.
Right. Uh, Denasia. I butchered names. I'm
Wow.
sorry, Miss Miller. Denasia Miller. She's wondering when Morrilton is going to come in and talk.
Mhm.
Well, we offered Morrilton to come in and talk, and they just weren't able to come in. That was last week there at Russellville. Um, we have an event at Jacksonville if they want to come over and talk. So,
That's our next one?
yeah, July the 10th. July the 10th. So we've got Dead Weeks coming up. So we're going to do another stream like this. We'll actually have to do two more streams like this, and then our next Football Friday event will be at Jacksonville on July the 10th.
And how
Um,
can they sign up for that, Brad?
Warp Stream. Is that what you're talking about? Warp Stream?
No, how can they
Oh,
sign up
oh,
for
gotcha.
the
There's
Football
so
Friday?
much to sign up for.
There's so much to sign up for.
There's
There
so,
is.
there's
Sign
so
up
many
for Warp Stream
things.
by clicking the link in the
There's a
description.
basketball thing that's going on
You
that,
know, we're working on basketball. We've got Football Friday
yeah,
that you can sign up for, which is kind of what this is, where we just talk about football during the
right.
uh, postseason, all
Pre
that,
preseason,
post preseason,
preseason,
pre preseason.
preseason. If you're post preseason, that's the regular season, and then you've
Okay.
got postseason,
If you're
which is
pre
the playoffs.
postseason, which is also
Yeah,
the
pre
regular season.
postseason would be the regular season as well. Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll have a Google form up, right?
Yeah. I mean, I want to send that out.
Oh,
more,
that'll be
and I
sick.
have. Yeah,
Well, if you want to get that sent to you, you can email us,
that's right.
right? At
Yeah, email us at
AR
air.
ARsportsnet
Yeah,
at gmail.com.
one of us needs to say it, one of us don't.
Go
You
ahead.
you had
Y-
it. You already had it.
Yeah,
Who's who's on first?
I don't know. He's on
A
third, right?
arsportsnet at gmail.com. If you want to see your team in it, and you know what, it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of sponsorship as well with that. We've actually got a great price on all of it right now, including basketball, and I'm tiptoeing around the basketball thing because we haven't officially announced it yet. But sponsorships for all of it, boys, girls basketball, and football, just 200 is all it is. So make sure that you get in on that. Make sure that you get your team in on that, and we'll make sure to recognize your business. It's a huge help to us. I mean, the big thing, guys, with us is, we're here to represent and we're here to help the kids. But the thing is we can't do it without money. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. I mean, we can tiptoe around it all we want to, but we just can't do it without it. So we're here to recognize as many kids as we can. And we will give you an opportunity also to be a premium member at some point. We're going to roll out a new plan that we have where you'll get some premium membership content, including something I'm pretty excited about. I don't want to get too far into it without being able to roll it out correctly, but we've got stuff going on, and we will be going through all of that very quickly and letting people know what's going on there. So, with that being said, have we done it all? Have we talked? I mean, we've
There's a
talked
few
about a
extra comments
bunch.
over there on Facebook if you want to get to those.
Now, are you looking at the high school Facebook?
I'm looking at the chat in the Facebook high school.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I've seen most of those.
I don't know if you talked about it or if you want to. I mean,
What's that?
you don't have to. It's
Wh-
up to you.
What are you talking about?
Any of those
I've
on,
got, I'm on them.
you got to them?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then we're good.
Well, guys, again, thank you for joining us here on ASN. And again, keep all of that in mind that we were talking about a warp stream. Go ahead, let's do the warp stream thing one more time here. Take control of your recruiting profile with warp stream. Create your own athlete page. Showcase your highlights, stats, and achievements, and build pro quality highlight reels with music right from your phone. One profile, one link, your story. Get started today with WarpStream. The link is in the description of this video. If you're wanting to maybe get your kid noticed a little bit more, have something at your fingertips that you can control to maybe help get your kid looked at, get them in front of college coaches. I mean, I will say, I hear people say, hey, we don't feel like our coach is doing enough. And that's not an accusatory thing. It's just what people are saying. Just take it into your own hands. And you can do that with WarpStream. The link is in the description of this video. So make sure that you go to the description and check it out here with us. But anyway, that is all, I think. My dad would say, as a pastor back in the day, he'd say, as we were getting ready to dismiss, he would get up there and he would say, all minds clear, meaning, has everybody said what needs to be said? Does everybody has everybody touched base with what needs to be done? Whatever. Today is all minds clear. We're going to look at the chat one more time, and we want to thank Toad Thumper Lures. We want to thank Lures.
Sure, yeah. Lures.
We want to thank Toad Thumper Lure. Man, I'm going to have to ask Cody Tedford how to say that correctly. I mean, I am.
That's the guy?
Well, I'm not a fisherman really. I mean, I've done a little fishing, so I don't even say lure that much. you know. So Toad Thumper lures,
Lures.
lures. Here, Toad Thumper.
Lures.
There we go.
We'll just do it that way from
There we
now
go. Yeah,
on.
I'm looking. I'm looking down here at the captions on Facebook. They're having fun with it right now. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Next week, we'll be talking a little bit more football on Football Friday. And again, our next football event, July the 10th, we've got July the 17th at Fayetteville. July the 24th is going to be at Van Buren, and July the 31st. We're TVA, but we're looking at Jonesboro. We've still got a few other Fridays that we're trying to fill up throughout the rest of the summer. So make sure that you let us know. Hey, if we've got a few that will come in and participate with us, then Hot Springs is a possibility, Camden is a possibility. Those are definitely places that we can go check out. So,
And if you want to get with us on that, you can email us
at
um,
arsportsnet
at,
at Gmail.
let me get that on the screen just so people know where they're going. There it is at the top of the screen. You can see arsportsnet@gmail.com. You can shoot us an email there. We'll send you a form. You can get that filled out, and we'll get you on the schedule
We
somewhere.
got to get your coach involved.
Gotta get your coach involved.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
where
the
that's
that's the
what we
biggest deal.
need right now. Coaches and booster clubs
hmm
right now. That's big helps. Anyway, guys, we're out of here. Appreciate you joining us here on the Audible. We're looking forward to a great football season once again. And man, I can't wait. It will be here before we know it, and we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be previewing and talking about conferences and all that wonderful stuff. A lot of football talk between now and football season. Make sure you get it right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. We will see you soon.